I know what you're thinking. How does a nice, smart girl get caught up in the petty sex trade? Two parts necessity, one part childhood repression. Seriously, I read an article about it. But despite my impressive credentials and my desire to change the world, I can't find a job. My father, who's a philosopher, seems to think that I should start thinking outside the box and maybe focus on the present rather than the future. So I peruse the internet in hopes that something will pique my imagination. And one week I thought that I was going to join the Peace Corps. But I had decided that I really didn't want to go to any of those countries. And then I was going to open a cupcake shop. But student loans and a lack of decorating skills makes that plan pretty ludicrous. Besides, it's pretty much a cliche at this point. But then I saw this article about used underwear retail. And the more research I did, the more intrigued I got. Sometimes when you were the least sexually active girl at a university like Brown, you just got to prove your past wrong and live in the present. So I enlisted the help of a photographer friend of mine for some pictures, and I used my nerdy high school computer skills to make a kick-ass site, and a month later I was going live. I have to admit, at first it was a little rough, but with some viral campaigning and some innuendo-laden tweets, and I soon became the one to watch. So, by the time graduation rolled around, I was too busy to take the bar, and I determined that it wasn't necessary anyway. And then in the fall, I started SAT tutoring so that I could have a little more of a legitimate supplement to my sexy online business. And voila! A year later, I'm financially solvent, and I'm in constant contact with 75 perverted men and 5 women. And the lingerie store down the street calls me whenever they get any new merchandise in. And you wonder why I haven't had sex in a month.